are going to... No, not cat videos. We're gonna watch the St. Petersburg typewriter from Brandon. And Affinity, thank you for the follow. Eden, we're gonna check out Brandon's AK Tommy gun. You guys been begging me to see this. So yes, we are going to watch this. So, I mean, it's an AK in Tommy gun format. I'm really curious how it's different from just being an AK with a drum mag. So, let's go.
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Now today is a very special day because today is the day I get to show you guys something that you guys have been hounding me for ever since we teased it. So let's just get right down to brass tacks. Today, I am happy to present to you the St. Petersburg typewriter, AKA the Commie Tommy.
That is a nice looking gun.
Now last summer, we did a Curse Gun Images video where one of the pictures that we talked about was kind of a blend of an AK and a Thompson. Now I mentioned that if that video got over 200,000 likes, that we would try our own hand at making our own St. Petersburg typewriter. Guys, I'm not even kidding, that turned out to be our most liked video that we have ever done. Right now it's sitting at like
surprising.
Just under 250,000 likes. Now doing something like an AK Thompson isn't exactly easy, especially if you want to do it right. But me and my guys, we were up to the challenge. A lot of work went into it, a lot of custom fabrication, all of which we'll get into later. But now I'm just happy to be able to show this off to you guys. And
this thing, if it's shooting anything above 45, this thing's gonna kick. Look at how short this barrel is. This thing's gonna have some pretty gnarly recoil on it if it's above a 45 cal. I mean, it looks sexy as fuck. I would love to try shooting this thing. But, okay, let's hear. We know how Brandon gets his tism on when it comes to breaking down the AKs. Let him say trunnions about 50 times.
like I said, I'm a man of my fucking word, so I know what you guys really want. You want to see it in action.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So that's not 45, is it? What is that shooting? What caliber is that? 7.62 by 59? Okay. Huh. That's not 5.56. No, that's definitely not 5.56. It looks like, hang on. When he tips it back, so it looks like a pistol caliber, but it looks bigger than a 45. I'm just not sure. That, I don't know, that looks bigger than a 9. That's that look, I feel like that looks like it's bigger than a 9mm. But the kit, like,
it's 7.26x25 Tokarev, similar to 5.7.
Okay, and that's what you were saying earlier, Jameson. So it is 7.62 by 25. Okay. Huh. Yeah, well, I'm sure he will be, dog. I'm just trying to guess first. Oh, is she jumping? That thing's got some jump to it. Look at it again. This thing is hopping around pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely a spray and pray gun. You're not gonna be, generally speaking, I don't think you're gonna be all that accurate, firing it in full auto. Hi, Kokio. Welcome. I hope you like the live version. AT stock muzzle brake is right-handed. Interesting. Wait, muzzle brake? Or are you talking about extractor? You talking about the ejection port? Because the muzzle brake is on the top. So I'm guessing you meant the different. I'm thinking you meant. Oh, they're diagonally. Oh, you're saying that the muzzle brake is slanted diagonally to the right, is what you're saying. Okay. Is it? I don't know if this one is. I didn't know about that. Okay. I think Brandon set up his brake straight vertical. I don't think it's off-centered. But you're saying I'm stock AK. Got it. Okay. I see what you meant. Okay. Okay, accurate in single shot. Look at that smile on his face. So happy.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. So what the fuck is this thing? So originally we called it the St. Petersburg typewriter as kind of a, joke about a Russian AK equivalent of the Thompson, which is the Chicago typewriter. Specifically the model Thompson that had the drum magazine and this forward grip here. Iconic gangster weapon, and still looks pretty gangster as an AK. So Chicago typewriter, St. Petersburg typewriter, even though later on I started to like the name Commie Tommy a little bit better. Rolls off the tongue. Now the original photo had a drum in it, but it didn't really specify the caliber. So I asked you guys whether you wanted to go 45 ACP drums like the Thompson, or something a little bit more Soviet like the PPSH-41, which is chambered in 7.62 by 25 Tokarev. The answer was resounding Soviet 7.62 Tokarev, so that's the direction we went. And
I do wonder though, he went with the Tokarev caliber. I have to wonder how much better the handling on this thing would be if he went with the original 45. Because I don't think he would have kicked as badly, and the stock and the forward grip is robust enough with the, and the weight of the upper receiver is going to be heavier than the Thompson. I wonder how much better the recoil would have been if he'd stuck with the original 45 ACP. Do you think? You think it would have recoiled harder with the 45? I don't know. I would be very curious to see the comparisons. Like if they, between the two of them. Because I'm just thinking that the Kami Tommy has got real weight on the top of it versus the original Thompson. The upper receiver and like the barrel assembly seems like it might be weightier than the original Thompson. Plus the muzzle brake I think is better than, there's also this muzzle brake which the original Thompson didn't have. Oh, I can imagine, Elwin. I can imagine.
Honestly, it just kind of feels more AK somehow. Now, just a reminder, it was my subscribers and the effort of this community that got us over that 200,000 like mark that made this gun happen. If you would like to be a part of said community, first off, be very, very careful. It's a jungle out there. But if that doesn't scare you away, you could always just hit that subscribe button. See more cool projects like this. Now, something like this, obviously, like we were mentioning, is very, very custom. Almost every part on this gun was modified one way or other to end up with this final product. Very time and labor intensive. In fact, this project has been going on behind the scenes for several months. And since I get the feeling that this video is not going to be popular with our overlords, we'd like to thank our sponsor, TacPack, aka TacPack. TacPack is a monthly subscription service for all sorts of tactical goods and accessories like universal mag carriers, SOG combat axe stick, AR-15 carry tools, and a bunch more stuff. And if you're going to sign up with TacPack, be sure to use my code AKGuy. So check out that deal down in the description and in the pinned comment. Thank you to TacPack for sponsoring the video. Now, a lot of you guys might think that just making a 7.62 by 25 Tokarev AK like this is just simply swapping a barrel. They don't really make those barrels, so the barrel had to be done completely from scratch, as well as a lot of the operation of the gun had to change a little bit, especially when it comes to feeding from a BPSH 41 drum, because I don't know if you know this, but AKs aren't built to do that. Most AKs don't have this going on, so we had to do some strategic cuts and actually design an entirely new magwell here. So Zach actually had to design plates to go in the front and back. We thought about an entire magwell assembly to do it, but it turns out just being easier all the way around for just plates, like one in the rear.
This right here? I actually know this. What? It's not a... Fuck, I know this gun. Oh my god, I'm... P38, thank you. Yeah, I'm like... He was like right there on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it's a Walther with an extended barrel. Because you can see, yeah, because like you probably know, well, it's the P38, it's got the extended barrel. But you can see on the frame, it looks very similar to the Walther PPK. So I'm guessing the P38 has just got the extended barrel on it, and yeah, it's classic. Below that? Oh, this here. I want to say that's a grease gun. Bloody SMG onto the... Bloody SMG. I'm not familiar with this. I don't know about the Luddy. I mean, it looks like a grease gun. It's a grease gun variant. Okay, that makes sense because it has the look of it. Okay, Alex, okay, it's not a grease gun. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's a homemade SMG. Okay.
One drum, because I don't know if you know this, but AKs aren't built to do strategic. We had to design plates to go in the front and back. We thought about an entire magwell assembly to do it, but it turns out just being easier all the way around for just plates, like one in the rear and one in the front that the drum can kind of press up against, slide into place, and it includes a feed ramp so that the 7.62 Tokarev can actually feed into the chamber without the traditional feed geometry of an AK front trunnion. Once again, designed for 7.62 by 39, which is dramatically different than 7.62 Tokarev. So I'm radically oversimplifying this. We've got our modified magwell here, our mag catch, as well as the cut here to fit the drum, and this is our front plate here. Got our plate that's welded in place, the little bottom area here of the trunnion kind of taken away. Not really necessary, especially since there's no actual lockup in the trunnion. We went direct blowback since this is a pistol.
So many fucking times! I knew he was gonna do this too. I knew he was gonna do this. How many... We need a fucking counter on screen for how many times he has said trunnion. It's 4, 8, count is at 4, Leo? Okay. Team count chat. He said trunnion 4 times. Let's see how many more times he's going to say it.
Pistol cartridge, but you've got your little feed ramp there that feeds rounds directly into the chamber. Shout out to Yankovic Armament for helping us out and laser cutting these for us, by the way. Flawless work with the magwell, mag catch, feed ramp, and the barrel is to allow us to be able to fire this little bad boy, 7.62 Tokarev. Now, to show off some of the power that we're working with this gun being chambered in 7.62 by 25 Tokarev, we're going to be doing our traditional White Claw penetration test. Sandbag, huge improvement for that, by the way. I think this White Claw smells like a rat, boys. Firing, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
Goodbye.
Got plenty of spray on that one. So to the surprise of no one, the 7.62 by 25 Tokarev made short work of the White Claw. Now let's compare that to the 9mm, the traditional choice for most submachine guns. Definitely the more popular caliber. So I don't have a 9mm submachine gun out here today. I know, I'm caught lacking. I do have this, which is my new carry gun actually from Danger Close. It's a Gucci'd up Glock 19 chambered in 9mm. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. 9mm mango in 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Oh man, that was so much spray and the wind did not help.
That kind of tore the can apart more than the Tokarev round did. 9-0 really blasted through that and just tore it in half. Probably better than Tokarev did. Ha!
Now, that probably looked a little more impressive, and I totally forgot this until I shot, but I'm carrying hollow points, so that
Oh, that would do it.
probably contributed
would
to
do
why
it.
that was a little more aggressive, especially out of a shorter barrel like this.
Okay.
By the way, thank you to the Danger Close guys for hooking me up with this, and also, I think they even have a code for you guys, so if you want to check out the description, the pinned comment, I just appreciate them hooking me up with this and hooking you guys up as well if you're interested. Now, much like the 7.62x25 AK barrel, this furniture, the AK Thompson furniture, doesn't really exist. So this is something else that we had to have fabbed up for us custom. Thanks to Kalashna Carver on that, by the way. The finish looks fantastic. This is something that was done much in that Thompson.
Oh, Captain Fisher. Oh, chat, I think I found my soulmate. I too love the Kimber Fisher. That was my #1 firearm of choice back when I was still in the States. Chat will be able to tell you how greatly I wax poetic about my long-lost Kimber Ultra Carry.
Wood style from the pistol grip, the lower handguard here. We could have just used like a Romanian dong or something, but this does look a lot more Thompson, and it looks damn near identical to the original photo. And of course, a nice stock to match the finish of all this furniture. It came out pretty damn good, I must say. Now up front, we have a gas block that we have modified. Zach had welded on the top of an AK front sight block.
TX? It's not a Tommy gun. It's a Kami Tommy. It's an AK-47 modified to look and feed like a Thompson in a slightly different caliber. So yeah, this is an AK Tommy gun.
That way we can get, some sort of sights out of this thing. And I know you might be wondering, why didn't you just use a combo block? So anyway, on the muzzle brake, we have a Thompson-style muzzle brake that, just kind of really just brings the whole thing together. We also have a Vityaz-style flange here to cover up for where the barrel has to protrude further back than a typical AK because this gun is direct blowback. There is no lockup. But you had to change a bunch of stuff on the bolt as well. So you see on the inside, just your traditional, select fire AK. So here on the bolt carrier, you can see you got a custom piston here. It's not actually a piston since this isn't gas operated, like I said, it's direct blowback because pistol caliber, you can do that. Really just here to accommodate bolt mass. Because on a direct blowback, bolt mass is important so that the gun doesn't explode. You see on a direct blowback, the only thing stopping the gun from exploding immediately, because you do have a cartridge that's exploding inside of your chamber, is the mass of the bolt. It's overcoming the weight to be able to open up and cycle the gun. Too heavy, it doesn't move. Too light, it explodes. Whereas on a rifle round, you typically have a rotating bolt or something like that that will rotate and lock into battery. That's why the front trunnion and the bolt on an AK specifically are so important. Because if that lockup isn't solid enough to stop that explosion, your gun's just gonna blow up. But this one being direct blowback, we just had to do some modifications here, some crazy modifications. Don't worry, this was already kind of a fucked up bolt and carrier, so we're not using good parts here. To where we can just...
Oh wow, look at the level of machining that he had to do on this. Holy crap. Like, wow, they did some work on this right here. Huh.
Sleeve this bolt here to stop it from rotating back into this cam groove. Instead, it rotates out, just like an AK, out to the side, but it rotates out here. And to top it all off, we've got an original 1940s PPSH 41 drum. Now the PPSH 41 drums obviously look very sexy, but they were built to handle higher cyclic rates like the PPSH was capable of, which means we get to do stuff like this.
No, Captain, I'm trying to. I'm between watching the video and chat. I unfortunately can't catch everything.
Rates like the PPSH was capable of, which means we get to do stuff like this.
Nice.
Well, boys, you can file that one under promises made, promises kept. So after many months of custom work and crazy fabrication, here it is, we have it, the Kami Tommy. You did it. Thanks to everyone who helped us hit the goal to make this happen, and thanks to everyone for your patience, the ones that were actually patient. Anyhow, guys, it was just another project for the books. Be sure to subscribe and stick around to see the next cool project that we do. Thank you for watching to the end, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
It is windy, my dudes.
It is fucking windy. It's fucking windy. God damn, it is fucking windy.
Somebody ordered the spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's.
Now the PPSH-41 drum obviously looks very sexy, but it's meant to handle higher cyclic rates, kind of like the PPSH-41. That's stupid, that was redundant. Now the PPSH-41 drum looks obviously super sexy, but it's also, now the PPSH-41 drum, aside from looking obviously very sexy, is meant to have, Now the PPSH-41 drum, obviously very sexy, but meant to Now the PPSH-41 drum obviously looks very sexy, but it's meant to higher, I keep going higher, meant to handle higher cyclic rate, Jesus. Now the PPSH-41 drum looks obviously very sexy, but it's meant to handle higher
Okay, that was great. Yeah, the bloopers are always fun. And Fisher, yeah, the Kimber has always been a favorite of mine. I've watched some, Alex. I have watched some. Yeah, the Kimber has indeed always been a favorite pistol caliber of mine. Only because especially with the Ultra Carry, it sits my hand so much better, and I'm a fucking crack shot with it. Whenever I went to the range with it, every time I drew that pistol from its holster, sighted and fired, dead center bullseye every time. So I absolutely love the Kimber.